We're finally here. This is a lot of high energy going on right now. And it's been like this for weeks. And I think it has very much to do with all of this earth energy that's traveling and also some other things I've been working on for the first time in a long time, which is called radionics. So I've been applying it to myself, and you can see I'm looking different energetically. I'm looking younger. In fact, I probably don't even need this hat, huh? I could probably go freewheeling without the hat, but I like the hat. And we're going to rock this show. I'm in a joyful mood here, so I want us to really begin to fly. And one of the things I want to let people know is if you have crystals around you, you definitely should be using your gemstones. I'm using one of my compadres, one of my very close friends on Long Island. He's like my twin flame brother. We share the same birth month and birthday. I'm just 1 year older than him. And I use lapis. I've been working this lapis, and I put three of them, as you can see, three lapis on, not one. I'm using three. And it's really been bringing out my energy. Really, lapis is a Sagittarius gemstone, even though I'm a Pisces, but I can work with the Sagittarian energy. I can work with a lot of the quote unquote astrological energy. I've just been able to do so. And what I want you to do, this is going to be a short show. It's going to be approximately 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 36. We don't know yet. But, if you haven't gotten this book, you need to get it. I'm not doing it because I'm bragging that it's my book, but there's a lot of important information in here. This is a book that I revised, and it's there's my name. So you need to get one of these so that you could be a part, okay, of the teachings that are going on with my book. I teach this book on two Blog Talk Radio platforms every Wednesday. I have some information that I share in a 28, 30-minute setup program on my channel on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, 3 Pacific. That's every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern. For about 30 minutes, I talk about Dancing in the Light of Divine Grace, and I teach a passage from it. So if you want to be able to follow me, you should get the book for that reason. If you know somebody who already has a book, maybe the two of you could listen to the program together. Then on Thursday morning, since July 27th, since we've had the books a month before July 27th, I've been back on the Thor, THOR, which is the House of Restoration Ministry Radio Network, with started out as a 90-minute show. We graduated to 2 hours, and now it's 2 hours or 3 hours show, where you get this information from one of the chapters, one of the segments. So it's very precise. Now, earlier today, we talked about regression last couple of weeks. And regression, or to regress, is be able to go back to a different state of mind. Now, in this segment, what I'm actually going to tell you to do or suggest that you try out, if you're able to regress yourself, or if you have a partner who can assist you, who's on the same page with you spiritually and metaphysically and understands and has the same kind of goals that you have, you both can raise each other's energy up. You both can regress each other or be there for the moment as you're regressing. Get yourself a digital recorder and let that digital recorder have voice activation, because that way it just moves. The tape, everything records you while you are talking. That means if you happen to cough, you say some words, you sneeze, it's going to be there. But you need that so someone could record you. You want to have it close enough to your mouth so it picks up. So if you take the volume and raise the volume up, you're going to also pick up energy in the room that you're in, or if you're doing this outdoors, so with somebody. So you need to have it close enough so it gets the information while you're talking, as close as you can, within at least 1 foot or less, or 6 inches. Have that mic, unless you can get a headset. Have some questions, pre-questions. Have some questions set up in advance on paper with you and your partner, so that you can your partner can ask you a series of questions, especially if you're able to go into that state of mind where you want to go. Now, regressions have always been used for going into a past life. You can go into a parallel universe, a multi-universe. That's what we're in, if you want. And since we know that this fifth dimensional consciousness energy is coming to us, because that's why all this stuff is going on. It's just not upsetting the planet. Yeah, Mother Earth is doing a cleansing, but hey, she's getting ready. She's in the ascension part. She's birthing. Gaia is birthing. Sophia is birthing. Mother Earth is birthing. She's getting ready to usher in this energy. We want to be there helping and applauding, not just standing on the sidelines, but doing whatever we need to do so we can move forward. So I'm going to project some energy your way right now. For those of you that are going to watch this later on YouTube, I'm going to project this energy. And I want you to realize, as you're receiving this energy, that it's going to be good for you. As you see, it's radiating right now. And this is not because I want to radiate this energy. This is because it's just taking on a hue. Now, I got a light right here. You know, if I put my hand up there, I got a light right there. I've got the light above me and behind me. And then I've got some solar light coming in from outside. But the unique thing is it's picking up the energy, because I've been actually also cleansing my body in such a way so that this can take place. I want to see if I'm moving the aura just right. So we're going to cut off one light so you can still see it, especially over this shoulder here. You can see the radiation of light there. And that's why I wore white, so you can pick it up. If you look, you can see it better. So let me turn this light back on so we could have me so you can see me. And I'm putting out some energy. I'm not going to tell you what kind of color rays they are. If you are sensitive enough, you'll see them. You'll see exactly what you're supposed to see. So let me look at the camera here so you can really take in this flow. So this is a reminder of what you want to be able to do in this very short session. I'm going to help you regress. But regress into a state of mind. A state of mind where you are freer, where you sense and feel that you are at one, which is atonement, means at one with Mother Earth, so that you feel closer to Mother Earth. So you want to have this connection. You want to feel this connection. You want to know that this connection is there. So I want you to come through the heart center. Now, you can use something like emotional freedom technique. As you're focusing on this power, you can simply tap the top of your head, right there in the center, tap 3 times, thinking. Now, you can say what you need to say, but you can just think this thing through. You don't need to feel like it's do anything in particular that's out of ordinary. So you tap the top of your head, you tap the brow center, tap around your eyes, kind of get that feeling. I'm kind of doing it loosely, but you can get the feeling. Tap around your eyes to enliven your physical eyes to be receptive, you see. Your brow center receiving across the planes, past, present, and future, all as one. You want to be able to inhale upon it, speak it into place to receive it, to hear it literally, and to know, tapping on both sides underneath the collarbone, to know that you got this. Right in the center of the sternum, you got this. You make this happen and go right underneath your left armpit, tap there on the rib. You got this. Now check this out. Tap the center of your palms, because you're ready to what? Receive. Tap both sides. You are ready to receive. Come down and tap the belly button. You know, your mother had an umbilical cord from her placenta to your belly button. Mother Earth has one with you. Hey, tap the right and left temple. Very gentle. Tap them. Because this is, your body is your temple. So you got a right temple and a left temple. Right hemisphere and a left hemisphere. Tap the base of your skull. You want to receive this energy that you are about to travel out into. So that's one way. Excuse me, that's one way in which you can do it. You can also use crystals. Hold the crystals and tune in through the energy. Like two rods, I happen to have some selenites around here, rods, and I can pick up any two and hold them, just like the Egyptian rods, and rock with the energy. If you got those that are similar to the Egyptian rods, you can hold those. One is going to be handling the magnetic side, one is going to handle the electronic side, the lunar and the solar energy. You can hold those. You could take any kind of crystals, quartz stones, and other gemstones to work with. You should have a lot of gemstones out around you so you can attract the right vibration for yourself. This is very important. You want to attract the right vibration for yourself. So when you put the crystals out around you, that helps. Do foot detoxes, that help. Bathe your own feet in numerous ways. You can use some Epsom salt with essential oils in it, just a few drops. You can use plain Epsom salt, put a few drops of something like eucalyptus in there, spearmint in there, or put some tea tree oil down in there to enliven the energy, to soothe your feet. Or you can put some lavender in there to relax you. And the water should be warm, hot, not biting hot, not burning hot, but just enough. That's why you only need 1 or 2 drops of essential oils in there, because they're strong. Have some sage burning around you, or some copal incense, some frankincense and myrrh. Some people call it 3 Kings incense. Do what you got to do to set the tone. Stay relaxed. If you want to listen to some music that's very soothing for you, or you might listen to some smooth jazz, something that's just right. You want to have something that has some subliminal messages that you are familiar with. So you can rock all that energy and move yourself in place, into position. You might have a video playing with beautiful sacred geometrical patterns, or allow that to come up inside yourself as you roll up through the different chakras. And know that you got other chakras behind you from the center of your back going up into the base of the neck and further up. So you've got a lot of chakra energy to work with. And I want you to realize that you have it. You have minor chakra zones running from your wrists all the way up to the inside part of your elbows. You've got it from the heel up through the calves. You got it from the knees up into the pelvis. So you've got a lot of energy zones that you could work with that brings that energy outward for you. So as I clear my throat, I've been talking a lot today, channeling up a lot of energy today. What I want you to realize is that you have a lot of things to flow with at all times. A lot of things to flow with. So don't hesitate. Now, we started at about 5:04 p.m. So I know some of you couldn't get here. So this will go up into my YouTube channel. These are some things you should consider. Now, one of the things being to travel within the mind, within your soul body, is so that you have good command over your mind. Tons of people are going to be trying to vibe on you. And what you've got to do is keep your energy very high. And I say keep it high and out. Really expand it. You'll know when to pull the energy in. So you know some Qigong, practice it. Some Tai Chi Qigong, practice it. Some Kung Fu, practice it. Some martial arts practice. But not so much, yeah, you might want to build up the cardio with yourself, and those of you who like to be the physical warrior. But you're going into this 5th dimension, and guess what? All this physical warrior stuff that's going on, it's not going to be all that important anymore. It's the mental warrior. It's the empaths. It's the spiritual warriors. It's the shamans being asked to come forward. Now, there's some who could do the physical stuff, but their spiritual nature is going to be triggered. And that's what's going on right now. So rather than thinking this is the end of the world, what you should be thinking of is the end of that ego state world, all that crazy nonsense world. Yeah, people are going to be trying to interrupt your flow. You want to stay geared and locked in your positive spiritual metaphysical base. You want to be able to expand that. And guess what? There's going to be a change of finances, but in different ways. Some people talk about the Bitcoin, Grant Coin, all these things. But guess what? There is a spiritual wealth that's going to enhance what you have. And those of you who don't have any money, don't worry about it. Your share is coming to you. And it's not a little bit either. It's a nice sum that's going to be a continuous flow. It's going to be the prana of money and the mana of money. It's going to be coming to you. You're going to have what you desire, what you truly desire. You're not going to be without anything. Just when you least expect it, someone's going to come along and bless you with some funds, and it's going to come in different amounts. What you want to realize is if you can't remember anything too much about uh, 10, 20 years ago, don't worry about it. This is the dawning of this fifth dimensional consciousness and awareness. And what's about to take place, you're in the process, you're in the moment right now. You're right here in the moment right now. And you're beginning to be enveloped. You're like in a cocoon. And as you're in this cocoon, you're going to what? Be freed. There are people who have lost homes, not only just because of these hurricanes, these tropical windfall hurricanes, just in debt and things alone. And you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a quote unquote miraculous turnaround. People who haven't had things, they're going to start having a lot of things, a lot of material things they thought they couldn't have. People are going to give them things. They're going to sign over houses to them. They're going to sign over property. And they're not even looking for that. Why? But that's the blessing that is rolling upon us. No one will be left without. It's just going to be a balance. Those who have a lot, they're going to be shown a new way to assist those around them. They're not going to be greedy. And the ones that want to be greedy, these people who are out there holding on to everything and tearing up the land and pulling things into themselves, if they're not careful, they're going to wake up without. Even amongst themselves, they're going to steal. They're going to turn in amongst themselves. So let's keep putting out this positive light. This positive light. I am divine light, divine love. I am divine grace. And when we hear about negative personalities, let's project more unconditional love to them. You're speaking to their soul. You're not speaking to the ego. The ego is about to be lulled to sleep. The ego is not going to be poisoned with divinity. The ego is going to become overwhelmed with divinity. And the ego is going to settle down. And the soul, the true essence of the person, is going to come forward. Do your prayers, do your meditations at the time that you choose to do them. There's all hours in which to pray. There's all hours in which to do rituals. But understand this, too many people are trying to do rituals on other people. Just do the ritual for yourself. Do the ritual to give yourself an opportunity where you are creating for yourself so that there's balance and harmony in your life, so that your divinity can bless other people as well as yourself. That's what this part of this 5D consciousness, the realm, the realming. What alm is to give, to offer, to share. To realm is to do it at a higher level, elevated level, and to continually repeat that at a higher level of consciousness and awareness. So we want to be able to give. I would say pray over your food before you eat it. Really understand that you could Reiki the energy your way. Your words have power. They can go in and enliven things that you eat. And if you're having free range things, fish, fowl, yes, some people say, well, no, you don't want it. You got to do what you have to do. No one can tell you how to be. That's one thing. I can't tell you how to be. I'm just suggesting for you to be more mindful of everything that you're doing so that you're more mindful of how things are flowing back to you. There's other people bringing things back to you, so you don't want to be without, right? You don't want to be where you just got it all and your neighbor next door to you is starving. You want to be able to be the giver, not the borrower, not the lender. Be the lend, but lend in a way that is uplifting. So you have to uplift your own energy vibration. You want to bring it up so that it's higher. That's what you want to do. You want to bring that energy up so it's much higher. So what I want to do with you right now is take your hands and feel the chi running back and forth. Chi. Find that energy ball, chi. Be it off your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, but feel it and really begin to tune into it. And as you begin to tune into this chi, know that this chi has presence. Know that this chi, ki, and prana is a part of you and part of your soul. It's expanding. Your soul is inside this physical form, but it's expanding beyond it. That's what you don't want the soul of you to be entrapped in this physical form. See, the old way is you had to die for the soul to be free again. No, you just release, let go of all this worry of the material. That's what we have to do. And just expect the best to be present. Expect a deeper connection with your ascended masters, with the angels, Palladians, Arcturians, Saris, people from Sirius. Just know that the connection is there. Just know. Do your meditation and tweak yourself. Go for meditative walks. Begin to invite the higher divinity, the higher beings. They're already here. They're just looking. They're observing. Some are watching over you as well. And don't worry about someone saying, oh, this is hooey. Oh, this is new age. Don't worry about what they're saying, because here's the bottom line. What they speak against you, they speak against themselves. The late Reverend Ike always used to say, you meet up with a wealthy person, you see a wealthy person, don't look on that wealthy person, that's dirty either. No, because that wealthy person showed up around your life. Why? Because you're about to turn on some wealth for yourself. We see things happen in a certain building. Billionaires are in those buildings, but one thing we got to realize, they're showing up for several reasons. They help you. They're acting like a catalyst to help you get your light in order. Bring your light all the way out, your divinity all the way out. That's what their soul was contracted to do at this time. That's their soul contract. They just lost with the ego and all of that money, all of that wealth, all of that greed. But you, I, and others have an opportunity to plant more divinity, plant more grace. No matter where you are today, allow yourself to plant grace, the seeds of grace into your life, loved ones, family members. If you have children, bless them with your grace. You have other family members, bless them. Even if you're not getting along with them, bless them anyway. Bless their soul. Talk to their soul. That's what you got to do. See, this book is called Dancing in the Light of Divine Grace. You want to dance in the light. The light is coming up through you. You want to relish it. You want to, like my name, revel it. You want to enjoy it. You want to reveal it unto yourself. It's divine. It's yours. It's your birthright. It's grace to bring ease into your life to become more effortless. Let's help your body become effortless. Help your mind become effortless. I heard something the other day, and I thought I heard it on this physical, but I didn't. I heard it in the ether someplace else. Your bone, your outer bone, outer skeletal bone, that's even changing. The outer skeletal bone is the density of the bone matter is changing. The marrow, the spongy part on the inside, that's the part where the chi, the prana, the ki, seeps in through the porous part of the bone and settles in the bone marrow. Ancient Chinese masters and martial artists and qigong and healers knew that they could, and Tibetan monks knew that they could take that energy of their chi, bring it all the way in, not just on top of the organs, but let that chi permeate the outside of the organs, permeate the linings of the organs, permeate the fibrous material inside the organs, travel over the skin, beneath the skin into the fascia, that little bit of fiber that connects the skin to the muscle. That's the fascia. And be able to know that you have these grid lines and they work, these meridians. So everybody that's listening to this, do your best to reawaken and stay that way. Stay awakened. Like people say, stay woke. Stay awakened. Be mindful. Even when you're asleep, be aware of your room, where you're at. You're going to have some visitors. Those visitors have always been here. Many of them have been here, living deep in the earth, coming up out of the earth. You're going to see them. You're going to see your ancestors. You're going to see your mom and dad, older brother, aunt, uncle, son or daughter, however they left this world. You're going to see them. But you're going to see their soul, the etheric part of their soul, encasing it. You're going to see them. They're not going to be ghostly. You are going to see them. And you're going to notice that they are doing better. Not every soul is struggling. When my mother passed in a diabetic coma, she was a diabetic coma for 3 months, from March, right before my birthday, into April, and halfway into, so she was like right around in February, she fell into it. February, March, toward the end of February, and went all the way through, and then transitioned after Mother's Day by 2 days. Mother's Day was a Sunday, was the 11th or the 10th, and the 11th was a Monday, the 12th was a Tuesday, then she transitioned on the 13th, 4th day, 3rd day after Sunday. She was a spiritualist. She was consciously aware, even though in a coma, consciously aware of my presence in the hospital room. Able to blow me a kiss through the ethers in a mirror. That was a real spiritual heavyweight experience. The body gets laid to rest 5 days later on the 18th of May, 1981, and she walks into my aunt's house. I could see her. I could see her at the gravesite saying, I ain't in there. I'm not in there. My physical form is in there with all of that stuff that they put in the body, but I'm not in there. Her soul even told me before she left the earth, 2 years before, you don't have to go to the, I don't live there. You don't, I live in spirit. You don't have to go to those grounds and do all of that. They have people clearing up that all the time. Gravesite. That's just a physical place for the body, son. You're not supposed to be there. So don't worry. Don't worry about yourself being there. Because I am not there. I'm with you. I'm in the realms of soul. So we got to remember that. We can travel not only across this physical plane, but we could project ourselves into the ethers, into the other veils of time and awareness. See, every part of us that's here can be someplace else at the same time. So a lot of these things we see going on, we can create peace. So you're being called upon to create peace in this world. Peace in this world. That's what you're being called to do, to create peace. To be a messenger of unconditional love. Yeah, there's going to be some people acting out, but unconditional love done at the height that it can be done at, infinite flow, can eradicate and erase any hatred that ever should come up. Even if it's coming up in you, So let's project some light right now. I just want you to go into your mind, into your heart. And I'm going to generate a count of numbers to you. I'm going to take you a little lower and then send you up higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath. Now the count is going to go in reverse, but differently. Starting right now, be ready. And just think of absolute light all the way around you. So 100. Go within yourself and know what 100 points of light feels like. 100 milliamps of light feels like in your aura. Milliamps. 200. 300. Jumps now. 4,000. 5,000. 50,000. 60,000. 700,000. 800,000. 900,000. 1 million. You feel that? 1 million. 2 million. 3 million. You feel that? 4 million. 5 million. 6 million. 7 million. 8 million. 9 million. 10 million. Just flow with that. Let your body resonate with that count. You're in absolute control at all times. If you're not comfortable with that count, you can always go back into the 100 count. That kind of pulls the energy and roots it for you. So just relax into the flow, okay? Relax and feel well, feel excited, feel a sense of wholeness and peace. Know that all shall be well with you. Feel a sense of oneness happening inside of you. Feel your divinity. Feel the beauty and harmony of grace, and know that you and grace are one and the same. I'm going to bring this show to a close right now. I just want you to go forward and know that the beauty of divine grace is in you. The beauty of divine light is in you. Just let it flow. Know that it will shield and protect you properly. Why? Because it is you. It's in your words, it's in your actions, it's in your deeds, it's in your thought, it's in your mind, it's in your heart. My grace is your grace, as my ancestors, Mother Grace and her mother, Grandma Charlotte, say, and Akhenaten say, we say, our grace is your grace. Until next time, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. You want to get my book, Dancing in the Light of Divine Grace. You need some instructions on how to purchase it. You can email me at iam.circleofgrace with the number 1 at the end at gmail.com or iam.circlegrace1 at yahoo.com. You can call my Skype number to ask me some questions, as well as use the email at 505-349-4722. I should be back here next week. And each time I do a Zoom live presentation, I upload it within 40 minutes to my YouTube account. So go to YouTube and look up Circle of Grace with the number 1, or look up Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, and it'll take you right to my account. Within about an hour, this show will be uploaded so you can see it again. You can listen to the pointers and the spiritual suggestions. All right, everybody, take care. Bless you, bless you, bless you. And just know that it's coming. Grace is presenting herself to you. Thank you.